We know the names of the pharaohs who ruled ancient Egypt. We know the myths, the kings, and the wars that defined ancient Mesopotamia. We have a clear picture of the ancient powers that shaped early human history. This map shows a contemporary civilization that existed right alongside them, covering a staggering 1.26 million square kilometers across modern-day India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. It dwarfs both Egypt and Mesopotamia. Yet we do not know a single one of their names. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, British colonists justified their rule by claiming they were bringing cultured civilization to India. They were unaware that an ancient golden era was buried directly beneath them. That colonial assumption changed when archaeologists like Alexander Cunningham and Dairam Sahani began excavating sites near Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro. What they dug up challenged the established timeline of human development. They found massive urban centers filled with multi-story homes. But they found none of the expected monuments of empire. There were no grand palaces, no royal tombs, and no stockpiles of weapons. The sheer scale of these ruins proves they built a highly organized and advanced society. But our ability to understand their specific way of life is blocked because we cannot read a single word they wrote. Because we lack a written history, we have to look at their infrastructure to understand their society. And the ruins reveal a settlement pattern defined by meticulously planned urban grids. The structural engineering is remarkably consistent. Across different cities separated by vast distances, builders used standardized baked bricks with nearly identical dimensions, organizing settlements into distinct upper and lower sectors. The engineering suggests a high priority on hygiene. Almost every house featured a dedicated bathroom with a drain that connected into the main network of covered sewers running beneath the city streets. Rather than monuments to a single ruler, they invested in public works. Excavations have uncovered large communal pools, like the Great Bath at Mohenjo-Daro, suggesting a community focused on shared spaces rather than individual grandeur. In the absence of clear military fortifications or evidence of warfare, the archaeological record is instead filled with craft and leisure. We see that craftsmanship in artifacts like this bronze figure of a dancer. The physical evidence points to a society engineered for public health and stability. But architecture alone cannot reveal their religious beliefs, their political structure, or the reason they eventually disappeared. We do know they were globally connected. They established a sprawling trade network, exporting cotton and timber to Mesopotamia, where they were known as the people of Meluha. To manage that trade, merchants used tiny stone seals to identify their goods. These seals carry the only surviving evidence of their written language. On these seals, the characters are often squeezed together on the left, which suggests the script was written right to left. By studying thousands of these artifacts, researchers have cataloged over 400 unique signs. Because of that 400-character vocabulary, linguists classify the Indus script as logosyllabic. In this system, a single symbol can represent a whole word, a specific sound, or an entire concept, rather than individual letters combining to spell it out. Other ancient scripts, like Egyptian hieroglyphs, were only understood because of the Rosetta Stone, a tablet that featured the same text written in both the unknown language and ancient Greek. We have never found a similar bilingual text for the Indus Valley. Without that point of comparison, every theory about their spiritual life or their political leadership remains a series of educated guesses, isolated by an undeciphered script. Around 1900 BCE, the organization of these cities began to fail. During the late Harappan phase, the precise grids were abandoned, the drainage systems fell into disrepair, and the urban centers were gradually vacated. The leading theories for this decline are environmental. A shifting climate may have caused monsoon rains to fail, drying up the rivers that sustained their crops and their commerce. Other researchers suggest sudden catastrophes, such as a massive earthquake, a pandemic, or an invasion by Aryan tribes from the west. Because we cannot read a single first-hand account from that time, these explanations remain unverified theories. The Indus Valley ruins suggest an alternative to the typical ancient power structure, one centered on public health rather than personal monuments. But until someone translates the symbols they left behind, The final chapters of their story remain buried in the dirt.